This is an Algebra 1 Regent question from the June 2016 Regent on the topic of linear functions on the subtopic of slope. We're only going to do part 1 of this question, number 35, because parts 2 and 3 are related to a different topic. An airplane leaves New York City and heads towards Los Angeles. As it climbs, the plane gradually increases in speed until it reaches cruising altitude, at which time it maintains a constant speed for several hours as long as it stays at cruising altitude. After flying for 32 minutes, the plane reaches cruising altitude and has flown 192 miles. After flying for a total of 92 minutes, the plane has flown a total of 762 miles. Determine the speed of the plane at cruising altitude in miles per minute. So what we have here are really x coordinates and y coordinates. We have our first set of coordinates is 32 minutes, comma 192 miles. And our second one is 92 minutes, comma 762 miles. And why is that? Let's say we would try to graph this. So I'm going to be able to use the first quadrant because we're discussing miles and minutes and we can't have negatives. After 32 minutes, let's say this is 32, the x-axis will represent minutes, and the y-axis will represent miles. After 32 minutes, we're up by, let's say this is 192. We're by 192, so it'll be blue. And after 92 minutes, we're up to 762 miles. This isn't really drawn to scale, but that's fine. So what we have over here is a line. We have a line between these 2 points. And they want us to find the speed of the plane at cruising altitude in miles per minute. They want an answer in miles per minute. So if we find the slope, which is the change in the y values, which in this case would be in miles, over the change in the x values, which in this case would be in minutes, we'll be able to find the rate of change over this interval using these 2 points. So let's do that. Delta y over delta x, the change in y over the change in x. Our first y value is 192. So we're going to do 192 minus our second y value, which is 762. Then we're going to do our first x value, which is 32, minus our second x value, which is 92. And we could just solve this on the calculator. 192 minus 762 is negative 570. 32 minus 92 is negative 60. And let's reduce this. Negative 570 divided by negative 60 is 9.5. So the speed of the plane at cruising altitude is 9.5 miles per minute.